Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is FROMSoft Cheese. And today I have a bunch of cheesy stuff for you from Anor Londo. Anor Londo is the area right after Sen's Fortress. After you ring the 2 bells, start to open up the game more. Once you get past Anor Londo, you can start to warp around, go wherever you want. It's nice. So, a lot of this is going to involve using bow and arrow, poison arrows, stuff like that, but not everything. And I also have the LAUTREC fight on here, how to cheese that as well. But a lot of stuff here, if you're just patient, have a nice bow. I just use the short bow. I got the short bow on plus 15. And poison arrows from the vendor near Firelink, between Firelink Shrine and Lower Undead Burg, the female merchant that sells the poison arrows. But this first gargoyle you see when you're coming down the elevator, right after the bonfire keeper, you're heading straight ahead. You're heading towards like the rafters, the painted guardian warrior dudes, whatever you want to call them. There's this gargoyle, and it's like the boss you fight when you ring the first bell, but only one of them. And it's not that hard, but like I'm always saying, if you're trying to cheese stuff, it's because you don't want to deal with it and you have patience. So here you just poison it, man, and it'll run back and forth. It can't even get to you if you don't let it. Go along the sides here. The only place it can get you is like in this main thoroughfare up until the elevator. So if you go around the sides, if you stay far away from it after you poison it, you can just let it die to poison. You can poison it to death. I got a little bit impatient here. I didn't think you guys wanted to see it die entirely just from poison arrows, but you could do that. Depends if you need the tail or not. You probably already got the tail from the boss. But yeah, if you need the tail, maybe don't do that. But if you don't need the tail, just poison it to death. And you don't even have to deal with it for real. You can just let it die to poison while you go get your Demon Titanite around the corner. Sometimes you have to poison things twice, like one dose of poison won't do it, so I'm not sure on the gargoyle if one dose of poison will do it or not. But go do other things while it's poisoned, and then come back when the poison wears off, reapply it, and kill it, whatever you want to do. But also here, the Painted Guardians on the rafters. This is another difficult spot where people have trouble. They'll fall off the rafters. You have to balance. So just before you get on that precarious ledge, just use your bow and arrow and shoot the guardians off the rafters. You don't want to have to deal with them while you're trying to balance on the ledges here. So before you are dealing with them and the very small rafters that you have to balance on, why don't you just shoot them off of the rafters with your bow and arrow? Like, these are far enough away that that's not even, like, aggroing them. So you just have to, like, hone it in, target, do better than I did here. But, if you're slightly above them, lower your targeter. If you're a little bit to the left, go a little bit to the right. Like, depending on where your arrow is going, like, mine's going just over his head. So I just have to lower it a little bit. I'm sure y'all can figure that out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard. Hit him right in the face, knocks him right off of the rafters. Can do the same thing with this guy. It's a little bit harder though because the rafters there are blocking. There's some stuff in the way, so you have to move up a little bit eventually. But I try to shoot him off, and it doesn't. I think I end up hitting him in the head, and he just doesn't fall off. So I have to end up, running up here a little bit, target him. Just if you're a little bit above, go a little bit down. If you're a little bit to the left, go a little bit to the right. Like, it's not that hard. But hitting him with arrows from here, not registering, so he's not aggroing. I come a little bit further ahead, and it does aggro him. But just stay still. Don't risk falling off. Shoot him with bow and arrow, bang, right in the head, and there he goes. And now he's dead, and I can just balance and take my time going across that without falling off. Here's another spot. I didn't even know about this one until I figured it out on this playthrough, but there's another gargoyle. Before you push the lever to, this pathway, how it spins and it goes to different parts of the map. If you push the lever up there, before you push it, you're coming from the Painted Guardian area. We just went across the rafters. We came out. We come to this. There's a lever to, like, make this turn and move and go up and down with the lever. But before you push the lever, don't push it at all. And if you come to the bottom, it leads to nowhere. But you can see this gargoyle up there who is going to be, if you push the lever and you start heading towards like the Ornstein and Smough area, then you'll have to deal with the gargoyle. But if you don't, he can't get to you at all. You can hit him with the arrows, you can poison him, you can kill him before he even has access to you. Like, he cannot get to me at all here. And he'll even come close to this edge. You're down at the bottom. You went down the stairs, the spiral staircase. You did not push the lever. You did not move it at all. You just go down the stairs. It leads to nowhere, but you can see this gargoyle. You can poison him. You can shoot him with arrows. You can almost hit him with pyromancy, which I try here. I got a lot of this in 2x speed because I didn't think y'all would want to see like them dying slowly to poison, me shooting a bunch of arrows back to back to back. Plus I got a lot of stuff on this one, so the more 2x I think the better. But killed him without even taking any damage. He couldn't get to me at all. I think that's some good cheese right there. So before I even pushed this lever. So now I push the lever, and I don't have to deal with that gargoyle at all. He had no chance. He was dead. So I wanted to show that. Just be patient. Look ahead. See what you can do before like stuff is able to hit you. You hit them before they can hit you type of deal. So now we're here. Now we're in this area, and we have these little demon gargoyles, and you can shoot them. They're way over there. They can't get to us. You can shoot them. I thought I cut this little part out, but you know, you can hit them from here. You can't really you can't like kill them from here. I guess you could, but when you hit them, they start running towards you, so you can't really poison them. But this one right here, you can. If you hit this guy over here on the left, he will turn towards you and then jump and just, you know, self-delete. So an easy way to get rid of one of them right there is just the one on the left on the edge, hit him with the bow and arrow, and he will just turn around and self-delete pretty easily. We are now in that area where I was shooting those gargoyles. You know this part right here where right before the archers. The Silver Knight archers that everybody has so much trouble with. I get damaged right here. I don't know. That's a glitch in the game. I just wanted to put that on recording on video here, that you get damaged for no reason there. But also, if you just turn around and come back, one of the gargoyles will just fall off, self-delete. And, yeah, you don't have to deal with it now. So, just go, aggro them, come back, one of them will fall off. Now you only got one instead of two. Alright, we're about to do the archers that everybody has so much trouble with, which I get it, man. They're shooting giant arrows at you while you're trying to run up a rafter and they knock you off, or you just can't get through. There's two of them. You know what I mean? They're honed in on you. But before they even aggro you, if you just step back and hit them with poison arrows, you can poison them to death and they won't have a chance. Just like anything else, like the gargoyles previously. Like a lot of stuff in Anor Londo, just look ahead and try to poison them with arrows. And just keep adjusting your aim. Like right now I'm a little bit up, so I go a little bit down. You know, I shoot again. Alright, I'm a little bit above them, so I go down a little bit. You know, just keep adjusting until you get it. You're going to want to have a bunch of poison arrows. It's really nice in this game to be able to cheese a bunch of stuff. Boom, I'm hitting them. It's not even doing damage, it's not aggroing, but it will still apply poison. That's what's nice about poison arrows. All it has to do is be able to hit them, just register, doesn't even have to do damage, doesn't have to aggro them, you don't have to be close at all, and it will still poison them, and it's able to kill them like that. So we do the right one, and you can do the left one. Try to do it before they're shooting at you, because they can shoot you from there, but they won't aggro you unless you step a little bit closer. So before you, like, don't let them start shooting at you. You shoot at them first, and then they won't shoot at you, and you can get them all poisoned up before they even know you're there for real. So I think we do have to reapply it like one time. I'll cut out some of this so you don't have to watch his entire health bar go down, but you know, bang, boom, almost dead. I don't know if I reapplied it or not, but if you do, you know you do. If you don't, you don't. Now he's out of the way. He's gone. He didn't shoot one arrow at me. This guy's almost dead, so I'm just going to run up here. And as I'm running up here, he's dying. He should be dead by the time he even has a chance to shoot me. Boom, he's dead. Now they're out of the way. They're gone. Here's another spot. You can't poison this Titanite demon, but you can hit it with bow and arrow from up here. You just shoot in between the banister right here. And you can hit him on the left side or the right side. For me, it was easier kind of to hit him on the right side, like the tip of his tail. So just get it to where your arrows are going right under the banister, right through the opening, and you can hit him right here, right there. You have to kind of do a little bit of a rhythm, because if you just keep shooting, you're going to miss like every other arrow. which I end up doing anyway. I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna just keep shooting because I'm hitting every other time. It's fine. But you do have to have a bunch of arrows, and it does take quite a while, but gets the job done. These things are hard sometimes. Like, I'll run in there in that small room with this Titanite demon, and I will die. I'll die like 7 out of 10 times, you know? I'll get them eventually if I really try. It's like a freaking boss fight sometimes with these Titanite demons, so why not get them out of the way when you can? Remember the one in the catacombs, like, where you nestle in the coffin, you get the Eye of Death and stuff like that? Like, that one sucks. You run up to them, boom, you're dead. The ones in Sin's Fortress and, like, the tar pit, those are difficult. It's like, why not just get it out of the way without it even being able to touch you? So, you see the damage registering at the bottom of the screen. We're doing 27 damage. It does take a while, but some of this stuff, if you don't want to deal with it, you know, dying over and over and over and over fighting these things sometimes does take longer than just doing this. So, it all depends. Depends on who you are, how you're playing, but sometimes this is faster actually than going in and dying, you know, 7-8 times to the same Titanite demon. So if you have trouble with these, this one in specific, you can shoot from up above in between the banister through this opening, hit his little tip of his tail, and you know, maybe you have better arrows, maybe you have a better bow. I just went with the short bow, ended up getting it to plus 15. I used large arrows, I used poison arrows. If I had like feather arrows, maybe it would do better on this guy. Maybe fire arrows, moonlight arrows. You can experiment with which type of arrows you use, but these guys cannot be poisoned, so that's unfortunate, because poison does make it way faster, because damage is ticking the whole time while you're hitting them with arrows. Or you can go do something else while they die to poison. But, you know, you can shoot between any one of these openings, between the top of the banister and the bottom. And you just got to hit close to that chest-looking thing. I don't know what it is. Actually, it's not a chest. But make sure your damage is registering down at the bottom of the screen. It's like a rhythm you have to get into. You know, boom, boom. You can hit him like twice. And eventually he dies. And it does take a lot of time, but like I was saying, you can't get the job done otherwise. If you don't want to run in there and fight it, you know, it's bullcrap sometimes. This thing jumping up in the air, its range is super huge, its hitbox is stupid. You get behind it and it still hits you. You know, they're really annoying. You think you're out of range and he just reaches super far with this catch pole and hits you. It's like, dang, I died to these things quite a few times on this playthrough, and I'm definitely not a noob. So sometimes you just want to get them out of the way, get them done. Similar how you can cheese Manus. I'll have a video about how to cheese Manus. Manus is hard, dude. I was on New Game Plus, like on New Game with Manus. I got him in like 10 tries or something, but New Game Plus Manus was tough. So I had to end up cheesing it, and I'll put out a video for that eventually. Probably be quite a while, but I will put out a video on how to cheese Manus, and it's pretty similar to this, but you got to do it in a very specific spot. So you're gonna want to have to see that too, because it took me a minute to figure it out. But bang, gotta do the emotes. We got it done. Killed the Titanite demon. Now we don't have to deal with it. Another thing with these gargoyles, you can just block. So this is not, for once, bow and arrow cheese. I'm just blocking, and it will keep backing up, and it will eventually fall off the side. You can do this with a few of these. So even if they're hitting you, they're just going to bounce off your shield. They're going to jump backwards. They're going to fall off. So I just thought that was neat, too. You can just use your shield block on those dudes. Alright, next up, this is where we have Lautrec. So Lautrec, if you do not kick him off the side, if you don't get the Ring of Favor and Protection, if you let him kill your Firekeeper, if you want to do the quest, sometimes you want to do the quest, you let him do this so you can do the quest. You'll get this black eye orb. Once your Firekeeper dies in Firelink Shrine, you'll be able to pick up that black eye orb. Once you get here, this is right outside of Ornstein and Smough. Once you get here, it will like jiggle, and it'll tell you that, hey, you need to check your inventory, go look at your black eye orb, and then you can click on it, you invade his world, and here's Lautrec and his two buddies. So just like pretty much everything else in this video, you can use, say it with me now, you can use bow and arrow cheese. You can poison his two buddies if you do not move an inch. So very imperative with this fight is don't move an inch when you invade his world. Just don't move. Whip out your bow and arrow, start shooting poison arrows. Shoot him at his buddies. I forget what happens if you hit Lautrec with poison arrows. I don't remember if it starts the fight or if you can actually get him with poison too. I didn't really want to kill him with poison. I wanted to fight him, so I just killed his 2 buddies with poison. And then once they were dead, I fought Lautrec 1-on-1, which is how it should be, man. Not 3-on-1. He's trying to jump us into the gang. We don't want to be jumped into the gang. So, we'll take out his 2 buddies with poison arrows, and then we'll fight him 1-on-1. He's already going to hit around your shield with his shodels, so he's a big cheater, and we're not going to let him cheat. We're going to cheese the cheater. So just let them die. You have to apply the poison a couple of times, but if you just stay, if you don't go any further, there's like an archway. If you step ahead of that archway, they'll come charging at you. So it's like 3 or 4 steps. So if you accidentally step ahead like 1 or 2 steps, you should be okay. But if you step like 4, 5, 6 steps ahead, they will come and get you. So I have to reapply the poison here. Once, I think you have to poison them twice for them because they have a lot of HP. But why would you want to deal with all 3 of these dudes? I've done it before, of course. I've beat them before like this. But once I figured out I could do this, I'm like, why not just take them both out with poison arrows and, just fight Lautrec 1-on-1. Like, he already was annoying and killed your Firekeeper, and you had to wait all the way till almost all the way through Anor Londo to get her back. Like, why let him cheat like this? Let's take his 2 buddies out with poison arrows, and then we can fight him 1-on-1. So big time cheese here. Just don't move an inch. Whip out your bow and use your poison arrows. Poison his 2 buddies. Get rid of them first, and then fight him 1-on-1. Or you could try to poison all 3 of them. I'd recommend, since I don't know for sure what happens, I would recommend like killing his 2 buddies, and then you can try poisoning Lautrec, because I forget if it like starts the fight if you damage Lautrec or not. I think you can poison all 3, but I'm just not 100%. So anyway, you know now that you can kill his 2 buddies with poison, and that should help quite a bit. Takes you from fighting 3 dudes to only fighting 1. But once again, watching this damage come through, and I think I was trying to hit them in the head, because it's kind of fun to hit them in the head and knock them backwards. Once you got them poisoned, if you're bored, you can just try to hit them in the head while you wait for them to die and make them stumble around. Kind of fun. So, see how your aim, like, practice your aim. Hit them right in the noggin, knock them backwards, make them stumble around like idiots while they're dying, and they can't do anything about it. Just something fun to do while you wait. But you could just go grab a bag of chips, eat some Doritos, some Funyuns, get you a Snickers bar, go to the gas station. I don't think you could probably poison these 2 dudes and just leave, and they'd be dead when you get back, and then you can fight Lautrec. He's not going to come charging you when his buddies die either, so good way to start the fight. And yeah, go do something. Go do the laundry. Go make some lunch. And you'll just be fighting only Lautrec when you get back, and you'll still be here, because he doesn't even care that you're killing his 2 buddies for real. So I think I had to reapply it 3 times, so that just shows how tough they are. How much HP they got that I had to reapply the poison 3 times. I forget how much damage poison does, but holy cow, I think it's at least 500. But if I stepped ahead just a little bit, just to show, then they'll start coming. So it's like there's an archway. If you look to the left and the right, there's like an archway. It's like right there, right where it turns to the white and the black. We're on the black marble. As soon as you step anywhere near the white is when they'll start coming after you. But I had to do 1 shot on each of these because I started to get bored, and I know that this is a video and people aren't going to, have patience and want to watch something die to poison. So I stepped forward and I just finished them both off. Then you got Lautrec, who's got shodels, so you can't really use your shield. You kind of have to either dodge or just go all offense. It would suck sometimes with cheesing if you don't then end up winning. It sucks because you just took all that time poisoning those 2 dudes, waiting for them to die, and then you lose to Lautrec. That's one of the downsides to cheesing stuff, is if you don't end up with the victory. If you do all the work, you do all the cheese, you have all the patience, and then you still lose. That kind of sucks. Like, I remember the Elden Ring Fire Giant. Like, it would take me forever. And then my mic decides to die in the video. Cool. It would take me forever to get them, like, get cheese applied on the Fire Giant, and then you know, he'd be almost dead, and then for some reason I would lose, and I'd be like, dude, that took so long, and so you got to make sure to finish the job, bring the victory home after taking out his two buddies. Don't let Lautrec then kill you. That would be so annoying. So, you know, just stay away from him. You could throw pyromancy at him. That seemed to work for me. You know, just don't think you can block. The only thing you don't want to do is block, because he'll go around your shield with the shodels and tear you a new one pretty quick. But just stay away from him. Maybe throw some pyromancy. There's a couple spots where you can get them stuck on the environment a little bit, too. I think I showed that. But, yeah, next up, what do we got next up? So I think, might be the Tomb of the Giants might be next. Tomb of the Giants, Gravelord Nito. We got Seath, we got Duke's Archives, we got to do Bed of Chaos. So that's what's coming soon. We got the we got the ability to warp around now. We got the vessel, the Lord Vessel. So we're gonna be hitting the 4 big bad bosses. I do the DLC, but I didn't have much cheese on the DLC until I went to New Game Plus and I figured out how to cheese Manus. So I'll have that later. But Pyromancy got him. Finished the job, closed the show, got the souvenir of Reprisal, but you will need some of those for one of your, what did I need those for? I needed it for, you know, a Covenant spell or something. I need a spell. I need those for Covenant so I can get a spell for, because I'm trying to get the, you know, all achievements done. We got the Ring of Favor Protection, we got the Firekeeper Skull, we got our Firekeeper back, we got Souvenir of Reprisal, so quest is done. Yeah. Anor Londo cheese, there you go. A bunch of it for you. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. If you're looking for ornstein and smough, I did it last video. Go check it out. Peace.